Hi there. This is a small video in between vinyl and CD updates, and it's sort of a response maybe to John, 6-inch pianist. He did a video last week where he talked about, that the VZ needed more funk. And I made a comment on his video where I basically said, like, I might show some Dutch funk. And he thought that's a good idea. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you 5 records of Dutch funk. Yeah, I managed to find Dutch funk. We are funky, I guess. Um, it's a mix of newer music and older music. Um, and I'm not going to play you any samples. If you want to hear it, just, search on YouTube and you will find music from those albums I'm going to show you. Starting off with the first one, which is a P-Funk classic, a Dutch P-Funk classic. If I'm not mistaken, I have to check this out, but I believe that the official album was produced by George Clinton. Anyway, he does get thanks, so I'm not too sure. I don't know. Anyway, this is a reissue from a album that at the time was never released on vinyl. It's the first Gotcha album. This is Words and Music from the Lowlands. It's a reissue on Music on Vinyl. And like I said, I believe this is produced by George Clinton, or at least he had something to do with it. It's on colored vinyl. And it's a P-Funk classic. It starts off with an awesome song, Funky Farm. Then there's Matilda the Wicked Witch. Obviously, Words and Music from the Lowlands. Yeah, it's P-Funk, like literally copied from Parliament Funkadelic, but Dutch. And I believe their second album will get a Record Store Day release this year, this April. I might want that. It's not. This is their best. The other ones are pretty good. I might try to pick that up or get it. I don't know. Then some Afro funk from the Netherlands. These guys are at the time were pretty young. I believe 16, 17 years old. I don't know where they got their Afro funk from, where they heard it. I don't know, but they did. This is Jungle by Night. And this is the album called Hidden, which is on Rush Hour Records. I'll be talking about that a little bit later. This is a 2 LP set. And this is another, awesome record. Just pure Afro funk. The tracks on here, it's like I'm trying to read the back of it. It's unreadable. I have to check the other one. Etiopino. Past is history. Just amazing. Afro funk from the Netherlands. So those were newer albums. I got an older album from a Dutch band. This is sort of a boogie funk disco album. It's got an album cover that's in bad taste. This is Cheyenne with Money. I don't know why it's called Money. It's just a grown man trying to lure a child with candy. It has the inner sleeve. It's on Philips. It features on vocals Julia Loco. She was of Indonesian descent. That's her. And it's funky. This is from the 80s, 1980. I don't know, I have to check it. 1982. And a couple of years before this, 1977, they were doing, just pure disco. And this is more funky, and it's really, really good. It's not that well known, but I just had to show it. Two more, and they're Dutch. They're not Dutch, but they're kind of Dutch. I believe in 1974, a colony of the Netherlands called Suriname was, they were going independent. They were severing ties with the Netherlands, economic ties, I might assume, I don't know. And after years and years and years of the Dutch oppressing that country and saying it is the Netherlands, it wasn't. They were giving back their country, and things changed. But the connection between the people from Suriname and the people from the Netherlands, it was still there. They were still able to move back and forth and work here, and live there, and it was all good. So a lot of the influences in funk music, in this case, came from countries like Suriname and, like I just showed, Indonesia. One of the greatest Dutch jazz funk artists, I believe, is this guy. This is Ronald Snijders, who is originally who's originally from Suriname, but at the time when he released this album, he lived in a town called Delft. This is his fourth album. It's called Quartz, hence Fort. He, I believe, self-released this. It does come with a little information sheet, and it's just really good jazz funk with a heavy Latin vibe, because if you don't know where Suriname is, it's close to Cuba, so it has that Latin vibe as well. But yeah, this is just killer jazz funk. And sticking with music from Suriname, there's one compilation I have that I just needed to show. I don't think I've shown it since my vinyl update in which I shown this, which is years ago. This is on Rush Hour Records. I'm going to talk about Rush Hour now. Rush Hour is a Dutch record store that's predominantly focused on dance music and electronic music, but also funky music. And that's where this comes in. This is Suriname Funk Force, more boogie and disco funk from the Surinamese dance floors. It's a double album. Here's the lineup. And it's just, it has some really good funk in there. Has the inner sleeve with information on the 7 inches that this came from. And to be quite honest, I never see these. Sadly, I never see these. Anyway, like I said, it's on Rush Hour. This is a custom label. And this is just very good boogie disco funk from Suriname, which is kind of like the Netherlands, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, those were 5 records. I just wanted to show those. Awesome video, John. Love your videos, by the way. And keep doing what you're doing. And I'll be seeing you next time. Bye-bye.